1 year ago Friday, Helena Public Schools Superintendent Tyler Ream says it began to sink into him just how big the impact of coronavirus was going to be.
I remember being in schools on Friday the 13th, no pun intended, and you could just feel the concern, this feeling that it's here or it's coming here, and we knew that we were going to have to make some decisions.
Though no one knew it at the time, that Friday would be the last day of normal in-person classes in the Helena School District. Tough decisions did start that weekend, as then Governor Steve Bullock ordered public school buildings to close, and the district prepared to transition to fully remote learning in just 3 days.
There's some layer of haze there in terms of remembering really clearly. I just remember this sense of disorientation.
Administrators had to set up online curriculum and start offering school meals outside the buildings. Ream says the week was chaotic, but he was left feeling proud.
Was it perfect? No. But the pride that I had came from the immense work that people did on behalf of children in the midst of this great uncertainty.
The Helena School District made the decision not to return to in-person classes before the end of last school year, a choice with a particular impact on seniors. After weeks of uncertainty, the district was able to organize in-person graduation ceremonies, though with restrictions. The graduates included School Board Chair Luke Muskevich's daughter.
It was incredibly important to students and their families to be able to honor, a strange, challenging, and in many ways unfulfilling year.
When the district returned to school in August, leaders expected they would be moving back and forth between the phases of their reopening plan. Instead, they spent most of the year in a hybrid model of online and in-person classes. Muskevich says they've received far more comment on when and how schools should be reopened than any other issue since he's been a trustee, and he acknowledged their decision had real impacts on families' lives.
Trustees always have in mind that they're responsible for the 8,000 students and 1,000 staff in our district. But it's rare that a school board makes a decision that affects all of those people, including their families, in such a significant way.
It's also clear the pandemic is having an impact on kids. Last month, Ream highlighted data showing this year has negatively affected many students' social and emotional health, as well as their grades.
It's been the hardest school year physically, but emotionally as well. To me, it still is a very, painful topic to kind of go back and think through, because, I don't want to cause pain for kids. I don't want to cause pain for families.
District leaders say it's likely some of the changes from the pandemic will endure. Ream said he thinks about how the seniors and other students who went through this year will carry these experiences forward.
I think it will create a generation of kids that sees things differently, that functions differently in a very positive way for us as a country.
Helena elementary and middle schools are now back to in-person classes 4 days a week. District high schools will be making that transition next week. In Helena, Jonathan Amberian, MTN News.